nevertheless, I was saying, I don't know if it's the weather that interfere with the internet. I don't know what's going on out here, but I was saying anyhow that I had got this gun, and it's just been one problem after another. I was optimistic about it yesterday, and it failed me. Uh, I wanted to shout out everybody that um, commented. I read you guys and girls' comments. Uh, that's why I love interacting with y'all. Y'all know a lot more, so a lot of y'all about firearms than I do. I'm gonna take you to a place down in Des Moines, and have them go over it for me. And it's a Spikes Tactical Lower. I forget what company was the barrel, but yeah, I don't want to trash it. Maybe I just may go ahead on and get upgrades or whatever I need to do to get it back up to performing like it's supposed to. But man, it's a bummer. I am gonna buy another 300 Blackout. I'm gonna surprise you guys of where I'm gonna get it from. This one will be a quality build. This one definitely will be a quality 300 Blackout. Like I said, it was a build during COVID, and I mean, basically we got what we could. You know, for those of you who remember, during the COVID deal. All right, Dr. T, what's going on, man? I don't know. The last episode of this live stream just dropped out, so. Nevertheless, for those of you who don't know, man, during COVID, it was hard to get your hands on anything. Basically, we got what was ever was left, and I'm assuming that wasn't a real good parts kit that I got, and but I enjoyed sharing that with y'all. Like I said, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed if I have a malfunction or something happens with a firearm, because you guys and girls can direct me in that, getting it fixed. But also, I always think about this. As I'm sitting here talking, somebody's buying their first firearm right now. Somebody who's never had a firearm before. If having malfunctions and hiccups here can help somebody learn and show them things to be prepared for, I'm okay with that. Because I always think about not only those of us who've been around firearms our whole life, but people that's new to this, people that want to get a firearm. And I don't mean collecting and content creators. I mean just the everyday person. There's people out there. Yeah, thank you. There's people out there that may want to get a firearm. And like I said, most of the time in these movies, you rarely see movies where guns jam. You might see them run out of ammo. You hardly ever see them showing guns jam, the quality of a firearm and all that. So that's why we do that here, I have every firearm I need. I'm getting into getting the firearms that I want. They're going to be a little bit more, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it died on me. It was a bummer. But let this be a lesson to everybody also. If you see a firearm in the store that you want and you can afford to get it, don't fuck around and wait. Don't go and tell somebody else about you want to get that, because they may beat you to it. If I would have got the original 300 Blackout, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have had these problems, because it was a pretty good brand. It wasn't like nothing that jam up and all that. I just don't remember right off the hand, but it was a pretty good brand, that 300 Blackout. And I wound up with this build kit, so that's why I just said, let me go out there and let me shoot it. And it's got Magpul furniture and stuff on it, the flip up sights and what have you, the guard and all that stuff is Magpul. It's a Spikes Tactical receiver, lower. And I don't know a lot about them. Like I said, we had to get what was available, and during COVID wasn't shit available. I mean, I remember going in the general store where basically anything you wanted was in there. The only thing, Heritage Rough Riders. Everything else was sold out, literally. As quick as they can get it in, it was going out the shelf, all the panic buying. So I just thought that I would share that with everybody. and let everybody see just how horrible it turned out to be. It died on me. I am going to take it to have it looked at. And if it's worth keeping, I'll keep it. If it's not worth keeping, I'll take off of it what I can, and I'll just get something else. You know, I know somebody told me get another lower. Maybe that may be it. A better quality lower. Like I said, I just got what was available. You see the end results of it. But that's why I love you guys and girls. It's nothing but positivity. Even if we disagree about things, you guys and girls, for the most part, since I've been doing GunTube, have always engaged with me respectfully. And I've learned so much from y'all because of that. And I've gained so much respect from y'all because of that. And I have so much respect for y'all because of that, because we've been able to have some discussions. You know, I know some of my content you may agree with, some of it you may not agree with. As I always say, let's just be respectful. You guys know I'm not a Glock fanboy. You guys know I call the Glock fanboys Glockies, like junkies. I know several people that all they buy is a Glock, so I call them Glockies and what have you. If I can say, I'm probably one of the guys. I love Smith & Wesson. I guess I haven't developed like a favorite company. You guys know my favorite firearm of ever was the IWI Baby Uzi in 22. That's why I got it tattooed on me. And that's why I got my hands on one when I was able to find one. I know it's not the version I seen on TV. I know it's not the best version, but I got one. That's all that counts. Yeah, I just love doing gun content because I love firearms so much. But I love the feedback that I get from everybody. That is always in a positive direction, and it helps me keep going. You know, like I said, people come here, you learn more on this channel than you actually have fun. You know, I know I don't always get to go out to the range and always get to shoot and act the fool and have fun with y'all. Sometimes you got to sit here and listen to these boring conversations that you may think that I'm giving you, but it's fruitful and it's nutritious. If you just digest what we talk about here, I think it will help you along your journey. I think it will broaden your eyes to more about the 2A community and what it means to be legally armed, because I don't think a lot of people understand. There's more to being legally armed than going to get your concealed carry permit, or if you live in the constitutional carry state, than getting you a firearm and saying I have a firearm on me. There's a whole lot of ins and outs when you legally armed that you have to understand. We have a little bit more restraint on us being legally armed. So you have to learn how to carry yourself. You have to learn how to live and let live. You have to learn how to deal with law enforcement. You always got to understand something. There's still people. Oh, okay, what the public hunting land is? Okay, so the public hunting land that you guys and girls see me shoot at, it says no target shooting, so I don't ever target shoot out there. But what it is it's land that's reserved by the state of Iowa. What's going on, Well Dressed? It's land that's reserved by the state of Iowa for residents to go and hunt on. Deer hunt, turkey hunt, raccoon, possum, pigeon, pheasant, whatever season it is up here. So I can go on there usually and shoot videos and don't have to worry about anybody calling law enforcement on me because I'm on public land as opposed to private land. For private land, you have to get people's permission to shoot. Public land is free to go out there and shoot. Like I said, I don't target shoot out there. When I first started shooting up here in Iowa, I would go out to that public hunt land and I didn't pay attention to the sign. And I would target shoot in the back, in the woods back there. Then one day I just happened to be out and I saw that sign. And then somebody pulled up on me that was going out there and was like, I hope you're not target shooting. You know, we're not supposed to do that out here. So I was like, okay. So usually, like I said, I try and go shooting at the public hunting land. I'll do a video out there if I'm by myself. Um, there's right outside of town, there's another public hunting land called Timmons Grove. I had to stop going to Timmons Grove because I've seen more deer and turkey and stuff back there, but my safety is number one. And since the very first time I went back there, I can tell you maybe 2 or 3 times I went on that land, I didn't have somebody approach me. Every time I go on that land, when I pull up and I get out of the car, there's always somebody riding up on me to ask me what am I doing out there. And I don't mean like DNR, I mean just people riding up the highway. You know what? As far as the 2A laws, they've become better in Iowa. And this is why. We've gotten the 2A put into the state constitution. So all the different magazine bans and all, you can't do that because it's all in state constitution now. The Republicans in this state, I'm going to get back to that too, Dr. T. I just wanted to answer this question real quick. The Republicans in this state thought about if they ever get out of power, as I told you guys and girls, abortion is an issue for the liberals. The 2A is an issue for the conservatives, and they use it as a political football. So the Republicans up here decided we better get this into state constitution so that way it can't be fooled with. So I always say, whatever state you live in, get the Second Amendment ingrained into y'all state constitution that it can't be tampered with, and you'll be okay. But yeah, Dr. T, like I was saying, Timmons Grove, yeah, I used to go out there. I had to stop going. The first time I happened, I thought it was just my luck, but it kept happening. It kept happening. On my old channel, I actually had a video of some people accosting me. And there was a group of guys that was out there that was saying, we've been out here for 2 hours shooting and nobody's ever pulled up. Let me just keep it real. These guys were white. And I told them, I said, oh, this is not the first time this happened to me. And it got to the point that they started pointing their guns at cars when people would pull up to ask me, what am I doing out there? You know, so I just decided it wasn't worth going to Timmons Groves anymore because eventually I was going to wind up having to shoot somebody. And in the state of Iowa, the chances of me beating that in court is very slim. I just didn't think it was worth to keep going out there. But I had a video. I was videoing, as a matter of fact, shooting my 300. Yeah. All right, we got Ohio in the building. Shout out to the state of Ohio. Yeah, Dr. T. So I just decided I was shooting my 38 Super. And these people pulled up on me, and I asked, could I help them? And they was like, yeah. Well, we was riding down the street, and we wanted to know what you was doing back here. I said, I'm minding my fucking business. And basically, yeah, it almost turned into something. So I just stopped going back there just to keep the peace, you know. And I haven't been accosted since, and it's just not worth it. Knock on wood, thank goodness. I've been back there twice to Timmons Grove, and I had my youngest daughter with me. That nobody pulled up on me with my daughter because I think I would have reacted different. But nevertheless, but yeah, like I said, Iowa is very gun friendly. Missouri is very gun friendly. Minnesota, Illinois, they're just using it as their little weapon. You know what I mean? So, but being from Louisiana, yeah, I didn't know what gun restrictions was until I left the state of Louisiana, because that's unheard of in Louisiana, where I'm from, you know, New Orleans, and the whole state of Louisiana. I mean, we was constitutional carry before it became law. It was nothing to get stopped by police, and they don't even ask you if you got a concealed carry permit. All they wanted to know is that fucking gun yours? Let me run it. They run it, come back to you, Chopper City in the building. They would run it, it come back to you. Or back in the days, what we used to do was when we would buy a gun, we would go to Kinko's and get us a card printed up of the receipt, and we made it like a little credit card size deal where you can see the vital information for it. And when they would stop us, you know, you got your serial number on your gun, but we hand them the card. Here's my ID. Here's my card. Go ahead, run it. And they run it and come back and say, all right, go on about your business. You know, they didn't really make a big deal about us concealed carrying. It was more acting a fool about us if we had a gun on us, you know. So once they found out it was legal, you know, they didn't. I mean, even so much as having it under the seat. Because what people don't know is if you don't have a concealed carry permit and you're not in a constitutional carry place, you do know in your car, if your gun is under the seat, that's considered concealed. There's people that's went to jail for that shit before. For having a concealed firearm without a permit in their car. It sounds stupid. I'm telling you, I know people that have went to jail for that. And they had to go through the whole process of going to court to get their gun back. So, before I had a concealed carry permit, I always made sure my gun was visible. So when they would stop me, you know, I'd be like, you know, yeah, I got a gun next to me, you know, I'm gonna get out, let them do their little police thing and go on about my business. Yeah, if you don't have a concealed carry permit, that's something I don't think a lot of people understand. This is why I preach get the permit. Hide it under your seat? Yeah, unfortunately, if they want to be technical, they can't take you if you don't have a permit because it's not visible. It's like open carrying and concealed carrying. If you don't have a concealed carry permit, at least the butt of the gun got to be showing. If not, they can get you for unlawful carry of a firearm because it's concealed. So, as I always say, if you get the permit, that carries and that covers everything. Because if you ever travel out of state, you just never know. Yeah, I always let them know, you know, when they stop me, look, I got it on me. You ain't, before you ask, yeah, I got it on me. It's on my person or it's next to me. My hands where you can see them. Usually, in my personal experiences, here in Iowa and Louisiana and everywhere else, I've been stopped with a gun. They make me get out. I don't even fight with them. Wait, how do I feel about the Atlas? Are you talking about the Atlas firearm? Can you respond back to me? Are you talking about the Atlas firearm? Let me make sure that's what you're talking about before I start running off at the mouth and I don't know what the hell I'm damn talking about. But yeah, like I said, I just think that everybody get your concealed carry permit. Don't let nobody talk you out of that. You just don't never. It's better. It's like your firearm. It's better you have it and don't need it than to need it and don't have it. A lot of people have lost their privileges for something silly like that. So yeah, I think you're talking about the Atlas. I'm assuming you're talking about the Atlas guns. At Arm 5, I got a chance to shoot one. All I can say is I see why those guns are so expensive. These upscale 2011s. Yeah, I can see why Atlas, was it Lager Arms, the Nighthawk. Okay. I don't know much about that to comment. But yeah, like I say, you know, I really appreciate y'all giving me some game, watching and reacting to my 300 blackout die. That's a video you should share with anybody. Just let them know if they want to make jokes about me, that's fine. Just be respectful. You can crack on me, you know. I look. It happened. That's why I do it raw and uncut, because I don't have no shame. I always think about this can happen to somebody else. And maybe if they see it here, they know how to correct the problem. or they can come in my comment section and see what you guys and girls are saying, so they can go back. Because like I said, yeah, at least you know. A lot of y'all know more about firearms than I do as far as the construction. Gas block, and I mean, some of these channels, I listen to them talking, it's like, it used to be like listening to astrophysics. Because I just knew the basics about firearms. As I told you guys and girls, having a stock, everything in the firearm used to be fine for me. I never thought about updating this, upgrading this, doing that to a firearm. So, oh man, let me go ahead on. Atlas is some spaceship supposedly coming to Earth. Well, I can tell you this. If it shows up on Earth, as long as they don't act a fool, they can leave. If they act a fool, they won't be leaving Earth. Let me address something to my brother, Well Dressed Tactical, because everybody, y'all need to hear this story. Now, you guys know, you guys can probably see this scar right here. I got a plate here, I got a plate there, I got 13 screws in my arm. 2018, I fell off an extension ladder at work and I broke my arm in half. That's why if you see these two fingers, they permanently damaged, and up along here, I can feel all that. I'm always gonna have pain from it. My brother, Well Dressed Tactical, keep trying to get me to come to Florida to shoot his Smith & Wesson 500 so I can break what's left of my arm. Nah, I saw them shooting at arm 5. Nah, that's too much for me. If you guys go back to my Ruger 454 video, I almost didn't want to shoot that gun after I fired the first shot. On my old channel, I got the snub nose 357. When I first fired that gun for the first time, it was after I had broke my arm. The people who pay attention to everything notice it almost fell out of my hand after the first time. I can tell you probably twice since I had that gun that I've shot it, and I refuse to shoot it again. I'll shoot another 357. That's a long barrel, but that snub nose, man, look at here. It's a safe king. Anybody else I know that's good with guns that want to shoot it, I let them shoot it. I'm not shooting the motherfucker no more. A Smith & Wesson 500, you know what? I ain't going to even waste my money buying one. I bought that 454 because I really wanted that. Yeah, after I fired it the first time, I said I might have to buy a bipod to shoot it next time. It is a arm breaker. Yeah, Dr. T will probably do a better job than me because I ain't even going to take my chances. Let me tell you guys and girls something. I shoot that Smith & Wesson 500, I'm going to the emergency room after that. I'm going to be in serious, serious trouble. So, nah, you can keep that. I know what's my limit. Like I said, I carried a 380 for a long time. I still carry it from time to time. I can't show it because I got it sitting next to me, as a matter of fact. I would love for a full-size 380 with about 18 rounds to be made, a 4.5, 5-inch barrel, but nevertheless, yeah, Dr. T, you can do a better job with me than that 500. Boy, I shoot that 500, I'm going to be in trouble. Now, I will say this, brother well-dressed. If I can find, 380 ammo is expensive. Here recently, it just started creeping down. You can still get 9mm cheaper than 380. And 38 Super. Oh, goodness. I'm glad before the general store closed, I was just racking up on that 38 Super ammo because that shit is expensive. For those of you who knew the firearms, the 9mm is so popular because it's cheaper to shoot. Yeah, Dr. T. There was several people out there that shot that Smith & Wesson 500 at Arm 5, man, and they was like, what the hell? I know if they was having issues, man, let me tell you something. With my Ruger, my Taurus, my 454 Kazoo, I carry it from time to time to places I know 9.5 out of 10 times I ain't even gonna need it, to go to the gas station and come right back. because we don't have all that kind of drama at these gas stations and stuff. If I ever went somewhere where I thought I was really gonna need that and my life was gonna depend on it, I wouldn't carry it with me because it's too much. Because I'm gonna shoot everything but the person that I'm trying to shoot. A Desert 50 AE, nah, fire one of them. That's too much for me. You guys and girls see me do I think I did a video on that. Go back in the archives here on me shooting my friend John's Desert Eagle 50 AE, and nah, that's entirely too much for me. I can't. I mean, maybe I might think of getting one in 357, maybe even 44. Nothing bigger than that. I can't shoot no 50. A 50 AE for me would be something that I got for a good deal and as a showpiece. It is not for me to go out there and shoot. And I see Black Rambo be wanting you to shoot 2 of them. Man, I mess around. If I can get the left hand off, the right hand, that bullet gonna fly somewhere in the damn sky. I ain't even got enough strength to hold it straight. So I ain't even gonna try that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in a lot of pain. I will say this. I had my arm brace. I don't know what the hell happened to it, but I'm gonna go get it fitted for a better brace. If I got the right arm brace and I feel that maybe I can get around, I might try, but bare arm like this, oh no. Man, I have to run home and get on the heating pad. I'll go get a towel full of ice, man, and ice my arm up because I'll definitely be in pain. So, you know, like I said, at arm 5, I shot them I started shooting them damn 2011s, and they shoot like butter. Man, when I left that shooting range, man, my arm hurt for about 3 weeks. My arm was swelling up so much, I said, oh, I can't do that no more. So, you know, that's what I just wanted to share with everybody. You know, I appreciate y'all. Oh, goodness. I know I got 2 hands. I got an arm and a half. That good arm, I want to keep it good. The half arm, I want to keep the half that's good. So, yeah. Yeah. Even at the gym now, I don't lift as much weight as I used to before I broke my arm because I'm afraid. I can feel it. I'm afraid that my arm might give in one time and that shit come crashing down on me. Y'all will be doing, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, you know, like I said, man, I appreciate you guys and girls for rocking with this channel. I want to say to anybody that I've helped get legally armed, I've helped them understand anything about the process of getting legally armed, anything to do with the 2A. Thank you. I just appreciate you taking the time out. You guys and girls can be somewhere else, doing other things, watching other channels. The fact that y'all even stop by and consider tuning into me, I love that. I appreciate it more than you guys and girls think. Like I always say, this is a worldwide movement. Without you guys and girls, I'm just a screaming maniac talking about firearms. I'm just a guy they tell him I need to be in a padded room because I'm crazy. I love firearms. I'm never going to get rid of my love for them. I know, like I said, what they do to prolong your life on this earth. You know, I know for my religious people, since it's Sunday, you know, we say here, the Bible says, sell your cloak, buy a sword. Gun is the sword of today. We say, sell your Gucci, buy you a Glock. I tell you all the time, praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Get your firearm, because faith without works is no good. You can't get on your knees and pray during a home invasion. If you get on your knees and pray during a home invasion, I'm sorry to tell you, there's no magical guy that's going to drop out the sky and put a shield around you. He gave you a brain, use it. He told you in the book that you believe in to defend yourself with something. So at the end of the day, I say this. You don't have to buy firearms, a bunch of them like you see a lot of us doing. You can buy what you need and defend your life for those of you who want to just get something to defend your life. With that being said, this has been another episode of Midday Mania. I'm going to let you guys and girls finish y'all weekend. let me say this before I get out of here. There's a live stream I'm thinking about putting together. I'm kind of 50-50 about doing it because it's going to be controversial. But it's something I think that needs to be discussed. And it needs to be discussed intelligently, not emotionally. But I'm seeing something go on in this country that I think really needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed the right way because I can see bloodshed coming behind it. I'm going to give it some consideration. I think I am going to do it through a live stream. You guys and girls, keep your eyes on the community tab. That's where I post when I'm going to go live. Usually, I promise I'm going to make the time to start giving y'all more of a ahead of time notice and figuring the schedule out. You know, like I said, work has been kind of picking up, and that's why you haven't seen me post so much. That's why you haven't seen so many videos. Apparently, with this YouTube thing, they want you to keep pumping out content. When you stop pumping out content, they take subscribers from you. So make sure you subscribe to this channel if you love what you see here. Also, make sure you share this channel. I don't think I know what we do here is important. Everybody has their niche. At the end of the day, there's things that we talk about on this channel that needs to be talked about. Because at the end of the day, if you're not armed up here, getting armed here, it's no good. You got to use this tool first before you can use this one. With that being said, I appreciate you guys and girls tuning in. I'm going to let y'all finish the rest of y'all Sunday. I'm going to definitely go watch me some football and kick back. And hit me in the comment section and let me know what you think. And until next time, stay safe, stay on high alert, and we out.